Hey guys, Red Pen Mining here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day this video. Alright, I just received a care package from AltairTech.io. They sent me some 3D printed stuff here. Looks like this is for a Nano 3S, which I want to showcase here. I got two Nano 3S's here, and as well as some other goodies here, which I want to talk about in this video. And also, we're going to give away a few of this stuff here, so I'll talk about that in just a second. So let me just take everything out. Look at this. This is a Avalon Q Shroud. Okay, this is designed, looks like designed by Crypto Cloaks, but AltairTech is the one that sells it here, so that's pretty cool for Avalon Qs. You guys may wonder, Red Panda, why do you have Avalon Qs all here on the floor, not turned on? I'm gonna talk about that later, but I'm gonna make another video dedicated to that as well. Okay, AltairTech, what else did you guys send me? Look at this, 46-piece precision screwdriver. Nice. I think this must be a power supply. And looks like we have another one of these. This is for the Avalon Q. This is like a 3D printed stand for the Avalon Q. So I'm going to showcase that in this video, how this works. All right, AltairTech, thank you for sending me these goodies. And also, yeah, this Nano 3S dock. You know what? Let me open this up. It's like some sort of like docking station so that it could stay somewhat cool. I think this also helps absorb some heat from the power supply according to their specifications. So it is a Nano 3S dock, and it's got room here for the power supply and then the Nano 3S. So let's just quickly give her a try. You can see that there's like air holes at the bottom. Feels very nice actually, it feels very good. There's also a black one as well. Goes perfect with my two Nano 3S's. All right, so I'm just gonna go like this. Okay, just yeah, slots right in. That's pretty cool. All right, let me do the white one here. Does it go this way? Yeah, just slots right in, just like that. That's so cool. Okay, now let me try the power supply. Okay, so the power supply, I'm gonna put on this white one here, and it's just gonna go like this. Yeah, wow, look at that. Okay, so it looks like there's some air holes in between for the power supply so that this power supply keeps cool. Apparently, it drops the temperature of the power supply down another 5 degrees. So I could see that this would help do that because it absorbs the heat, and also it looks cool standing just like that. Nice, very nice. AltairTech, thank you for this. And I want to announce a giveaway of one of these Nano 3S docking stations and a Nano 3S from AltairTech.io. So thanks to them. All you guys got to do is just comment down below your guys' thoughts about this dock or anything else I talk about in this video, okay? This exhaust shield that I'm gonna put on shortly on an Avalon Q, and also the Avalon Q stand. We're gonna try that in a second. So just comment down below and we're gonna give away a Nano 3S and also a docking station. So thank you to AltairTech. If you guys are interested in any other products I showed today in today's video, link is in the description. Feel free to use code RPM. You get another additional 1% off. Thanks to AltairTech.io. Okay, so before I turn this on, I just wanted to just look at how this is positioned, especially if the power supply is going to be on the bottom or the top. I prefer having the power supply at the bottom because we all know heat rises. So the heat from the ASIC chips are going to be rising up this way. So I believe we should probably, you can see the power USB-C is here for the Nano 3S. So we should flip this around like so, okay, like this. Yeah, so it is flippable to the other side. So, looks like we are covering one of the notches for the power supply, as you guys can see right there. So, it looks like that way doesn't work. So, let me bring it up. Let me just take it out. Let me see if I can put it this way and see if this side is any better. So, no, this side also blocks the USB-C cable, okay? You guys can see right there. So, it looks like we're gonna have to flip it this way. All right, and yeah, it is interchangeable either way. It looks like there's notches here and a notch here for the, I guess, rubber feet, as you guys can see there, the black rubber feet. So, okay, well, that's okay. We're gonna have it up here for now. Okay, and I just plugged in the power. All right, so we should see some light going up here. Okay, I don't see any light because I forgot that this Nano 3S has died a couple months back. So let's try the black one here, which I was using Ethernet on. Okay, black one's all plugged in. Okay, we got power. on the Nano 3S. Very nice. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It actually looks pretty slick. I got the LED bar on the side here. That actually looks pretty cool. You see the power light on the PSU. So it sits all natively just like this in the 3D printed stand here for the Nano 3S and its power supply. That's actually pretty cool. And then the Ethernet, I just have to plug in like this. So it's gonna look like this. That's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Again, we're doing a giveaway on this, so just comment down below what you guys think about this. Okay, so I did order a new 2.5mm barrel plug. This is for a lot of my Octaxes, Node QX++s. I just needed an extra power supply, and so AltairTech does sell extra PSUs for that kind of stuff, which is great. And then now I want to try out the Avalon Q stuff here. So look at this. We have a shroud, a heat shroud. This is an exhaust shroud for the back of an Avalon Q. So these are the front side of the Avalon Q, and then this is the back side. So this is apparently supposed to just, you know, funnel all the heat out in an 8-inch circle here. So you could hook up a, I don't know, silencer, or I don't know, a inline fan to it as well to pull more heat from it if you wanted to. But I think it's just to help, you know, put the heat out in a singular direction this way versus it just coming out and then going all over the place. Also, considering the power supply, which is normally at the top because heat rises, again, heat rises, and so the hash boards was actually, we did this test, the power supplies for the Avalon Q was getting much hotter because the heat was rising. So this may help thwart that, but I still have my Avalon Qs like this with the power supply at the bottom. Anyway, let's go ahead and install this. Apparently it's very easy. There are 2 notches here, one here, okay, and then there's another one right there. And that's gonna correspond with the Avalon Q here and here. Okay, these look like little thumb screws here. So let's just do an example on this one. And I need a screwdriver to take these thumb screws out. These are pretty tight. AltairTech, thank you for the screwdriver. Actually helps a lot. Oh, okay, so these are like already, you don't need to take them out all the way. They're kind of on there already. They're kind of like I forgot what type of screws these are, like thumb screw style, but they stay on. So now all we got to do is take the shroud and we have to slide it in. Okay, it's just gonna slide in, and then we can screw down the thumb screws, and I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? It just goes right in there, and then you just have to screw down the 2 screws. Then it locks it in place, just like so. Yeah, there you go, that one's tight. And this one here is, you're gonna have to screw that in as well. And we're good. Okay, so look at that. That's what it looks like. So this is where heat would just kind of go out one way here instead of kind of all over the place. I think that's pretty cool, especially if you're directing it. I think this is pretty cool. And if we go over here, right, so air intake is on this side and it's gonna go out on that side. This is quite functional. So on AltairTech.io's website, this shroud is $25. Okay, for the Avalon Q exhaust shroud. If you buy an Avalon Q from AltairTech, you actually get this for free. So check it out if you guys are interested. Link down below. Again, code RPM if you're interested. Okay, we're not done yet. AltairTech also sent me this. These are stands for the Avalon Q. So instead of it sitting on the floor, you can have it standing. There we go. All right, just taking out the plastic. All right, 3D printed. All right, 3D printed stands. Okay, it looks like it just rests in there. So these are like legs for the Avalon Q. All right, let's put these on. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, it just like kind of snaps in. You don't need to screw anything down, as well as on this side as well. Look at that. There's still room here for the power plug. The power switch is kind of hidden there. So I was actually looking on their website. They have a picture. This is a $20 stand, by the way. They actually have it orientated differently where the exhaust is actually going up. So I was just looking at the stands. I have another pair here, which I'm gonna be doing a giveaway in another video with these when I'm gonna talk about why my Avalon Qs are off at the moment. I'll talk about that in another video. But you can see there is a notch here. Okay, there's a notch here. It kind of grooves downward. So this groove that goes down is actually meant for the front of the Avalon Q, for the top here, because there is a groove. You guys can see it goes down right here for the stand. And then there's another groove on the other side as well for the other stand. So let me put this stand on another Avalon Q and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, there you go. So the exhaust is going up this way. And so this is how I saw their picture on AltairTech. This is how they have it with these stands because of that groove. And so it goes into the front. Now, I guess we can't see the front screen anymore, but it's functional in which airflow, cool air is being pulled from the bottom and then it's going out from the top. I think that's really good. That's really nice, actually. I think I like this design better. And then top it all off, the 8-inch exhaust 3D printed shroud on the back to further, direct the heat upward. So that is really cool. I like that. I wish I had these stands earlier. These definitely would have helped during the winter time. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, my friends, that's it for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the stands or the really cool Nano 3S docking station, which apparently, I forgot to mention, they are interlocking. Okay, so you can see I can actually lock together these stands. If you had multiple Nano 3Ss, you can actually interlock them together. I'll show you guys, just like that. There. It slides in just like that. Literally snaps in, okay? That's really cool. Look at that. So you can have a whole lot, if you have a whole bunch of Nano 3Ss, you can have them all in a straight line and at the same time helps cool down your power supply. Airflow is all going this way. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, let me know your guys' thoughts. Don't forget about the giveaway. Just comment down below, hit like, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Again, links down below to AltairTech.io if you're interested in any of this stuff. Use code RPM for an additional 1% off your order. Peace out, bros. Peace out. Still storing your crypto on exchanges? That's risky. This is the Red Panda Tangem card. Simple, secure, and built for real self-custody. No seed phrases, no complicated setups. Just tap your card, manage your crypto, and you're in control instantly. Secure chip technology keeps your assets protected, even offline. I've tested a lot of hardware wallets, and this is by far one of the easiest ways to get started. If you want true ownership of your crypto, check out the Red Panda Tangem card below. Simple, secure, self-custody. Use code RPM for another 10% off. Link in the video description below.